What's up YouTube? Welcome to my channel. This is Nio Ball and I'm Brendan McCann. On this channel I'm obviously going to be very closely following Nio. Now if you are new to the channel I suggest you at least go back and just watch my first video because it really explains well my position in Nio and why I'm so bullish. But for today's video, for those of you who have been watching, sorry it's a little bit late, I've just been super busy. I'm moving to Uruguay in a week or so, which means though my upcoming videos will be from sunny Montevideo, which is going to be awesome. I really can't wait. But if you're from the UK, enjoy winter. At this juncture I need to tell you, I am not a financial advisor. Anything in this video is just my personal opinion and not to be taken as financial advice. So this week, as you can imagine, has been an absolute whirlwind for me trying to prepare all my stuff to leave the country. Did I miss anything?
To the break of dawn, yo!
Right, so as we all know, Nio's had an absolutely outstanding week. So in this video, I want to go through the catalysts that have made this happen and how I think Nio's going to move forward over the next week or two. And I also think it's a really good time to bring up the point of why you should do your own research, which I will cover as we get into the video. But before we do that, you might have noticed this bad boy. Right, now listen, I'm not stupid enough with 1,000 subscribers to think I'm going to sell merch. I literally got these t-shirts made to irritate my friends because I'm what's known as a bad friend. And I've been banned from talking about Nio when I'm down the pub. So, I've had a few made and I'm going to give one away at the end of this video. So, if you watch to the end, I'll explain how you can enter to win this amazing t-shirt, right? Right, so let's just backtrack slightly. On the 8th of September, Edison Yu from Deutsche Bank came forward and upgraded Nio to a buy at $24 price target. He then went on to reiterate this point on a CNBC interview. We then get the September deliveries, which were 4,708 cars, which I think most people were quite surprised by. So during this period, Nio rose by about 7%, getting up to around $22.60, I believe, at its height. But unfortunately, then President Trump became ill. This took the stock for a bit of a nosedive. I think it went down to around $20.50. Now, if you're like me, you'd have taken this as a buying opportunity. Now, at that stage, it was quite risky to buy back in because obviously if President Trump had become more ill, who knows how low the price would have gone. When there's uncertainty around, obviously it severely affects the stock market. Now fortunately the president seemed to stabilise and he looked like he was going to recover, and so did the stock price. We were trading in between around $21, $22. Then on the 9th of October, Nio opened its new headquarters in Hefei, and there was a big press conference with William Li, the founder and CEO. Now, for me, the big piece of news that came out of this was the fact that Nio was going to be upgrading their manufacturing to around 300,000 cars a year, potentially by the end of 2021, which is absolutely huge news. But this still didn't really move the stock price. And then bang, middle of last week, as we all know, we get back-to-back upgrades from Citibank to I think $33, and from JP Morgan a price target of $40 for middle of next year. Now, the price then rocketed, as we all know, from $21 all the way up to a high of around $29.50, I believe. Right, so at this stage I really want to emphasize the point of do your own research. Now, on all these finance channels, people will say that, do your own research. Now, most of that is to cover your own arse so that people don't take what you say as any sort of financial advice. But when you look at it, do your own research, of course you think, right, I want to make sure this company is financially sound. I want to make sure this company is going to work long into the future. I want to make sure their products are good and there's no holes in their business plan. But for me, do your own research is more about to be first, because all the information that all these banks have given as part of their analysis, I knew anyway. And by the time they give out all that information and a big price target, it's not too late. I mean, if you believe Nio's going to go to $100, buying at 25 or 30 doesn't matter. If you had done your research, you would have been first. And I think it's not really pointed out enough to do your research so you beat the analysts, because they would have known months ago that it was going to work, or they believed it was going to work, but they're going to position themselves first, then put out that information. Right, so let's just go through the reasons that Deutsche Bank, Citi and JP Morgan have listed in their analysis for why they're upgrading Nio. Now, the reason I'm doing this is, as I go through the list, just have a think to yourself about how many of these reasons you knew about. And I pretty much guarantee you all knew about almost all of them, because not only have I spoken about all these issues, but every other YouTube channel out there that has done a video on Nio has also spoken about these issues. Okay, so Edison Yu, Deutsche Bank, price target of $24. And his lists of reasons are high favorability ranking, focus on post-purchase service, battery swap network, mobile truck charging, reliability on a study done by JD Power, well positioned for growth, launch into Europe next year. So analyst Jeff Chung, Citi, price target of $33.20, upgraded from $18.10. Reasons: higher future sales volume than expected, huge backlog of orders, expectations of government support via policies that favour Nio. Nick Lai, JP Morgan, upgrade price target $40 middle of next year from a price target of $14. So his analysis based on 3 times 2025 EV sales. Expectations of a 7% market share by 2025, specifically 30% market share in premium space. Upcoming catalysts including Q3 earnings, gross profit margin to rise to around 12%. Proof of a robust order backlog, knowing that there is an 8-week wait for their new car, the EC6. New sedan EE7 scheduled to debut on Nio Day, obviously increasing car portfolio to 4 cars. Government subsidy program and high sales in Q4 expected. But anyway, so looking at all those things, how many of those did you know about? I'm pretty sure most of them, right? Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I'm any sort of analyst, I don't know anything. I've done my research. In my opinion, I thought Nio was a great company. Now obviously these guys are privy to a lot more information than I will ever know about, and they obviously go into their analysis a lot more in depth. So I'm not downplaying what they're actually telling us. But what I am saying is all that information we knew about. And it's always surprised me how the masses behave over certain pieces of news. Now, that piece of news can come from anywhere, but if it's something that hits, I mean, these people are more easily influenced than Bill Cosby's latest drinking partner.
Bill Cosby, put something. Bill Cosby, put something in my drink.
Right, so everyone's asking, what is the stock going to do over the next few weeks? Well, it's anyone's guess really, isn't it? I mean, personally, I believe it's going to go up to around 30, maybe 31, and then pull back to where, I don't know. And I mean, this is not a revelation. Most people are saying this, that it will go up slightly next week, then pull back. But what do you do? Well, for me personally, all things considered, when you've got October, November, December delivery numbers to come out, which I believe are going to go through the roof. On top of that, we've got Q3 earnings in November, and then January 9th is Nio Day, where who knows what great stuff they're going to pull out there. Obviously, it's expected the new car, the EE7 now, is going to be unveiled. So for me, I'm going to stick. I'm going to hold on, and if it does drop, I'm going to buy more shares. It's as simple as that. So, on that note, whatever you do out there, guys, just be careful. Okay, so for the t-shirt giveaway, if your friends like mine are just sick and tired of you talking about Nio down the pub, then you will definitely want this t-shirt just so you can irritate them. So, all you need to do to enter is to like, subscribe and share this video and add a comment. Now, I have an app that will choose someone at random, so I will send this t-shirt to anywhere in the world, so it doesn't matter where you are. And I will announce the winner on my next video. So whatever you do, do not miss the next video, guys, because we're going to revisit my chart which tracks the progress with my $2 million price target over 3 years. It's going to be a good one, I think, because we've had some amazing gains recently, and it'd be interesting to see my predictions and how we stand with those. So just finally, as always, I want to say, you know, these are trying times out there. Who knows what's going to happen over the next weeks and months, so just be careful with your investments. And on that note, guys, be safe, and if you can't be safe, be lucky.